So I've been a big fan of the Heartstopper series for a long time. I think I got into it when book one of the comic series came out. I know it was a web series before, so I know there were people who were probably into it a long time before me. This was my introduction to Alice Oseman, and I do have another book of hers to read, and I've read some of the Nick and Charlie novellas. Um, and like many people, I've kind of watched the show, read the comics, and really enjoyed them for what they are. Um, I think they do two things. They're a really sweet YA love story. They're also kind of an important representation for people of like LGBT relationships. And I think we need those. We need those in all kinds of forms of fiction. We need representation of all types of characters and people. And it's good to kind of see that reflected in kind of modern mainstream books. What I like about this is it kind of brings the series to an end, and it brings it to an end for everybody. So you kind of find out what happens to not just Nick and Charlie, but their friends as well. And I think that's important because we've sort of grown to like the bigger friendship group throughout the series. So it's kind of nice that she's given us answers for everybody in it. It's got like an interesting ending. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I feel like it leaves it open maybe for a potential future return as well. You know, she could come back like, and we could get Nick and Charlie the university years, or like Nick and Charlie as adults, or the whole gang as adults and see what they're doing, which would be quite interesting. But I can understand why you'd want to leave it for a while, and this feels like a good place to leave it. It answers a lot of questions. It shows us like another side to Nick and Charlie's relationship, and like a lot of the questions that you would have in any kind of first relationship, not just a young one. They deal with a lot of things very maturely for the age that they are, but then you also can kind of see sort of some of the errors that younger people can make when they're coming across them. I've loved this series from the beginning because it is such a heartwarming, kind of very real love story that you can see yourself, your friends, and other people in. It deals with a lot of dark issues and like things that people really definitely deal with at that age in a very sensitive way, while still being full of heart and joy as well. Um, it's a really, really good series to read, and I heartily recommend. I'm a little bit sad that it's kind of come to an end and we're not going to be able to go and get another volume of it at some point, but I'm looking forward to seeing what Alice Oseman does next.